D-Street Prepared is a ton of fun. So Hoosier tires are purple crack. So there is nothing that feels like the amount of grip that this car generates is just overwhelming. Like, I love giving people rides in the passenger seat because they get out with just this look on their face like, what just happened? We started out, of course, $2,000 car. I set about a $10,000 budget, which is, figure that's lower than most classes you can even like buy a car for. And I wanted like full car, 10 grand, like prepped for DSP. Shocks, I ended up going with Penske's. Those will cost you around 4 grand. That's the biggest expense that you're looking at. Wheels, a little over $1 grand. Stock diff works pretty well, or you can put in a Torsen or an OS Geiken, depending on your driving style. And beyond that, if you're the sort of person that's comfortable making things, you can. The nice thing about DSP is you can build a car, and you can make it as complicated or simple as you want. Like, we fabricated our whole exhaust, and that was a lot of fun. But you can just buy something off the shelf too. Like, there's a lot of options to get to a fully prepped DSP car. But one challenge I would say to competing in DSP is the fact that once you get the Hoosier tires, you don't really want to drive the car to the event on these tires. So it does add the additional complication of either you need to tow a trailer and bring the tires with you, or you need to put the car on a trailer and tow the car to the event. I mean, in terms of, you know, a lot of times people do trailer cars. Like, even when this car was completely stock, we would trailer it just out of convenience. But for someone that's, you know, it's important for them to be able to drive to the event, that could be a challenge to, you know, like a barrier to entry, to entering D-Street Prepared. I would say that if you're getting ready to enter this class and you've never ran DSP before, I would say that you need to think about what the recipe is. So you need to start with the right car and then put the right parts onto it. I talked to people who were in the class and I asked for advice, and I even talked to people who were in other classes and asked for advice on, you know, how do I approach this? What do you think is the best way? Because people in the autocross community are amazingly helpful. Even though you might be competing with them directly, they will not hesitate to help you in any way that they possibly can, because they want the class to grow. And DSP, I haven't met a single DSP person that isn't awesome. I mean, we have a great time, whether it's a local event, a national event. It's like, you know, bring out the beer, we do a beer exchange, like, we have a ton of fun. I mean, it's a great time. So I just say, like, reach out to people, ask for advice, and come up with a plan before you start if you want to get into it seriously.